Good morning, everybody. Dave Stevens coming to you from Radio Row at Super Bowl 60. Yeah, it's been a very busy week. We have been all over the city. In fact, out in San Jose, all of the locations that are about an hour out of town. But you know what? We're trying to give you some great coverage that you may not get at those big stations. And of course, my interview with Jack exploded on the internet, but you know what? I have other people working with me getting some great content just as well. Jeff Croyle and Troy Geary. They spoke to a lot of the players one-on-one yesterday to talk about this Sunday's big game.
We're here with Clayton Klubiak, and yes, yep, just north of the cities. So you're covering the Super Bowl, and your name's been mentioned a lot. And you've really changed the trajectory of this offense. Talk about what you've done in a very short period of time.
Yeah, well, we have just a really good roster, so I think any credit deserves to go to our players and our GM, John Snyder. We're just a really talented group that's very deep. We lost Gino early, and they signed Sam. We had a receiver injury. He goes and gets Shaheed, so he just keeps bringing us more players to go to war with. So really thankful for John and his staff. But the other part of it is just really thankful for a really good coaching staff. Mike McDonald hired me, allowed me to bring some coaches I'd worked with before, and we shared a common language and were able to get started and a little bit faster than most do. So I think that was a really big part of it too.
Talk about the QB room, because there's a lot of talent there. Obviously, young talent with Jalen, and Drew Lock as well, and of course Sam. Talk a little bit about the progression of what you have as far as talent goes on this roster.
Yeah, to the quarterback position specifically.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think it's one of the best quarterback rooms I've been a part of. Sam's playing really well, but Drew Lock to me is the next Sam Darnold, because he's going to get a chance of another team to go show what he's made of. He's got all the traits that you want in a starting quarterback. He's been really bright this year, and every time that he's had his chance to go play in practice, he's done really well. So I have a really high praise for Drew Lock, and then Jalen, I think, a really good draft pick by John Snyder that's got a bright future.
Who do you think is the most underrated offensive player this year for the Seahawks?
Most underrated offensive player, Eric Sauber, one of our tight ends, veteran tight end that's been a great leader for us. He's helped AJ as a young player get better, helped Elijah see what it means to be a pro, and really blocks his tail off in the run game.
What are some of the things that you've learned from your father?
Just to be yourself and work hard. Players they'll see right through it if you're trying to be like somebody else. Just go be yourself and work hard and help them get better. It'll work out.
All right. Okay, thank you. Last question. Experience so far this week playing before the big game. What's it been like for you?
It has been very busy. Today is our first real practice, so it'll be nice to get back to our routine. It's just been a lot of clutter.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
That's human beings reflecting on special moments, and you feel like you always want to go back to those times. But I think the biggest thing I think of is a small town kid, from Huntsville, North Carolina, who's had a chance to have a dream of mine and just get to where a lot of people wanted to be. And now that I'm here, just appreciate the people along the way that got me here, and knowing that it's worth it. It's worth it, all the work we put in, all the people that helped me along the way. To thank them. It's worth it to thank them and know that they helped me get here. So many different people help. It's hard to say to give thanks, but at the same time, it's only worthwhile if you get here and make the most of it on Sunday.
You mentioned that this is kind of the start of something you hope for this Patriots franchise. How do you balance that with kind of the opportunity of now and not knowing what the future may hold?
You worry about the future. I think the past and the future, you worry about being in the present. Coach Ravens so great at hinting at the past, but now reliving it and kind of being like, hey, we're doing it. We did it this way. This is how you should do it. And it's great at bringing back old memories, but at the same time, knowing that we're a new team, new era, new kind of Patriots team that we're trying to build for a long time in the future.
Drake, you were in draft in Detroit, and it's been 2 years now. I mean, it's a short journey, and you're already here in the Super Bowl. What's that journey been like for you?
that journey's been a whirlwind. Kind of adapting to the NFL. You always wonder what it's like being in one of those locker rooms, being in one of the huddles, calling plays, being in road environments, playing in stadiums that you only dreamed of playing in, growing up. And now you get a chance to be here playing in the big game, special. Something that I don't take for granted. Appreciate my teammates, coaches, everybody helping us get here, and knowing that from this year to last year, just the two sides of the NFL, what it's like, the business side of it, the losses, the wins, what makes it worth it, why everybody wants to get to this game so bad, why the teams are fighting so hard to get to the Super Bowls, and you know why now. Sitting here and realizing that everybody's hoping that we're living in reality now.
We're here with Robert Spillane, and it's Super Bowl week. How you feeling so far?
Oh, it's exciting. It's so fun to be out here. I think our team's really just been focused and ready to go.
Now, you've played for a defensive-minded coach like Coach Tomlin, and now you're with Coach Vrabel. What are some of the similarities and differences for playing for the two coaches?
They're both hard-nosed football people through and through. They love the game. They coach hard. They love their players. And I think there's more similarities than differences there. They work extremely hard, and just proud to be able to play for two such great coaches, actually.
Takeaways will be a big thing in the Super Bowl. Turnovers obviously usually can dictate who will win and who won't. What are your plans? What are your team? What are you focused on as far as turnover aspect goes? And I also want to comment on the on blitz packages going forward.
Yeah, play great defense, play fundamentally sound, take care of the run game, be violent tacklers, and do everything we can to hunt the football.
How much film are you guys watching this week?
Yeah, you want to watch it all. You don't want to leave any stone unturned. So make sure you get your eyes on the film, and I think we're doing a great job, and we're exactly where we need to be right now.
What is the one thing that helps you to relax this week during this turmoil week of a lot of media and stuff?
Yeah, you could a lot of times keep the main thing, which is the job at hand, which is taking care of doing everything you can to get ready for Sunday, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And we have a great plan. Coaches lay it out for us, and we're just going to continue to trust the process.
Teammate you've leaned on this year?
Yeah, the whole linebacker core, Jack Gibbons, Christian Ellis, Jelani Tavai. Those guys have been really great for me, great teammates and people that I'm with all day and get to spend time with.
Do you feel that the linebacker core has been underrated this year?
I don't really focus too much on what people say about us. I think we've done a great job winning the games. At the end of the day, that's our main goal. And we're going to continue to go out there and put the best product we can on the field.
Toughest game you've had this season?
Probably Buffalo, getting injured pre-game and not being able to play that game. It was tough to be standing there with my pads on knowing I couldn't play.
All right, well, thank you for your time and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hey, Nick, how you doing? How do you compare the fans at Texas A&M to the 12s in Seattle?
I think we got two different type of fan bases, but the 12s in Texas A&M, they definitely have that, the home field advantage, and their fans are definitely loud. But when I played there, when I was at South Carolina, it was a noon game, so a lot of their fans were like super nice and they weren't really as rowdy. And I didn't really hear the stories that I heard about Texas A&M Stadium. I didn't really get that day, but I think our fans are the best in the world as far as just show out to games. I think we hold records for the decibel meters and how loud they are. So I think our fans compare to nobody else's fans. So.
Do you think that will help you on Sunday? Know that you have loud fans and all that noise and stuff really won't affect you?
I think going out there and executing on Sunday is what's going to help us. But I think our fans add a factor that other NFL teams don't have that could catch teams off guard. I know a bunch of NFL teams probably warn other teams when you're going to play Seattle or going to play in Seattle, their fans travel hard. And a lot of games throughout this year, our fans were definitely a huge impact in us, taking over the crowd almost and winning games. But,
And what part of the Patriots offense, personally, do you think is the biggest challenge for you?
From watching on film, they kind of like have constant movement of the ball, and they kind of just as any offense, just look to do what they need to do to try to win against our defense. I think our defense is elite, so I think it's more of a how they're going to figure out how to get around us.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, sir. Hey, Leonard, you had a long and successful career. What did a win on Sunday mean to you personally?
I mean, it'll mean the world to me. I've been in the league for a long time, 11 years. A lot of those years have been on losing seasons. Before this year, I've only been to the playoffs once, and we got one win. So it just means a lot to me. It means a lot to my teammates. I know a lot of guys on my team have been through similar journeys as me, and it just means a lot for me for the whole team.
Thank you very much. We're with kicker Jason Myers, and a lot of NFL kickers say always have that mentality, one kick at a time. Do you personally believe in that, and how do you internalize that come game day?
Yeah, definitely. That's one of my big goals on game day is just one kick at a time. I write it on my wrist every game, just one for one. As a kicker, you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get. It could be one, which is a game winner. It could be, 7 kicks that are just PATs. Like you just honestly, you have no idea what the game's going to bring to you as a kicker. I take that mindset seriously of just make that one kick in front of me my best kick. I think I was talking to my sports psychologist after the Niners game, and I was like, really, all right, we had the week off, and I was like, all right, let's just go one kick at a time. And I think after the game, Michael asked me, he's like, oh, how many kicks do we have? And I honestly had no idea because I was literally in that mindset. And sometimes it's easier just to say that than it is to believe it. But I take that to heart and truly believe in that.
I know this is your first Super Bowl, but you played in some loud stadiums, your home stadium. Does that help you when you come to a game like this, knowing the crowd is going to be raucous, and maybe you have a game-winning kick, and how to block all that noise out?
Yeah, I mean we've played obviously at home. We played on the road with some big games, especially in our division. We played in Germany a couple years ago, and I feel like it's going to be a kind of a similar feel of the crowd where there's so many fans of every team and people that are just there for the game that you're going to kind of have that buzz constantly. So that's kind of what we're expecting. And then obviously, at the end of a game with a big kick or something like that, I'm just so in my routine that I almost prefer when it's louder. Kind of just gives like a white noise. You're not hearing anything. And so, yeah, that's kind of how I attack it.
All right, one last one for you. Are you a golfer, and what's your handicap?
I am a golfer. I think right now I'm a 2-4. So
Dixon, and he says he's a plus 2.5. So I don't know what that means, but I thought that was pretty good. He said he plays, and I don't know, but all right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Thank you
so much.
We're with Seattle Seahawks quarterback Jalen Milroe. How in the quarterback room? How much close are you guys, and is there somebody that you gravitate to, or a coach that kind of helped you, the process of this season?
Yeah, I think we have a really good room as a whole, with number one our OC, Coach Kubiak, and then Coach Andrew Janoko, and then of course our starter Sam, and then Drew. We have a great room. We have shared success within all of us, and then also just we have one mission, which is to attack, operate, and just trusting our feet, trusting our key, and trust what we see. And but to answer your question about gravitating, me and Drew have grown our relationship since I've been drafted here, and I met him, and it's been huge, man. Huge to have older guys in a room. You combine their experience. They have 15 years between Drew and Sam, and so they've seen so much. They've been a part of so much, and they've also been on different teams as well. So they've seen so much football, and so as a young player to be able to learn, be around good quarterbacks, it's awesome, man. Awesome to be in this situation of seeing good football and also going to Super Bowl year one.
And given your success in college, winning a national championship, and now almost maybe winning the Super Bowl, what is that going to mean to you professionally and personally, and given this in your young career when you got a long career ahead?
It's awesome. It's awesome to really think about, because going backwards, man, when I started off college, we went to the national championship in my first year in college. Fast forward my first year in the NFL, we go to the Super Bowl. So I just see a beautiful vision ahead of my career. But it's all credited towards the people I'm around, the culture that's set here in Seattle, but also my teammates gelling together, honing in, being hungry. And so it's so many people that are a key factor to why we're successful as a team. And I'm so happy to be a part of this organization, be around good dudes.
And how have you embraced your role, given while you're waiting for your opportunity here?
Yeah, I think the most important thing for any player is to have that edge. Have that edge, understand your why, understand you're just steadily getting better. As long as you're getting better, your opportunity is going to present itself and you're going to be able to seize it. As long as you're getting better, as long as you have the right mentality, you're preparing, you're always getting better. Whenever the opportunity presents itself, you're going to be ready to go. And it's all about that. It's all about, how you prepare, how you attack it mentally, physically, and then having the right people around you. You're going to be able to be successful.
And do you have family in town, and how many people are coming to the game?
Yeah, so I got my whole crew here. I got my whole immediate family, and my girl gonna be here.
Thanks a lot for your time, Jalen. Thank you. Hey, Jay, as a guy who embraced multiple roles since being drafted, how does it feel to play a pivotal role in the world's biggest game?
It's awesome. Really excited about it. Really trying to prepare to, have a big game and help my team win whatever they ask me to do. And I think that's the great thing about the position that I play within this offense is I can affect the game in so many ways. So just trying to get a win however we can.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Jackson, what part of the Patriots defense do you feel presents the biggest challenge for you personally?
I think they just have a great collective. I think they just play with a lot of energy, run to the ball, know their scheme and know their game plan.
Hey, Ernest, how have the challenges both on and off the field the last year kind of helped you in this moment, this game here?
Yeah, I think it's made me just tougher, mentally. I'm ready for this moment. It sounds cliche, but I was built for this moment. Man, it's always been a part of my journey, so I'm excited, man. I just can't wait to get to Sunday. Focused on what we have to do now, which is get ready and prepare, but, man, Sunday's going to be a really glorious day, so I can't wait.
And what part of the Patriots offense, in your mind, do you feel is the most critical or thing that you personally a challenge for you?
I just think we got to, win first down, man. Take each play at a time. They do a lot of great things, so you really can't pinpoint it on one thing. But I think, we go out there, we play our style. At the end of the day, let's see what happens, man. We're the two best teams on each side, and it's going to be a great game.
All right, thanks, Ernest.
Thank you.
You talked about your faith before. How much does that help you, when you get prepared and you're ready for the season and a big game like this?
Yeah, I think it just allows you to stay focused on the task at hand, believe that God has a plan for you and everything that he's placed in front of you, even though it might feel like a tremendous weight of pressure, that he's prepared you for every situation that he'll put you in.
What advice would you give to young quarterbacks that are in your similar situation as a backup, always being prepared mentally for when your opportunity comes, or if you get in the game, say Sunday, if something happens, how do you prepare yourself mentally for when that opportunity happens?
I think each day you just got to take it as if you're the starter. And it can sound cliche, it can sound difficult once you're actually doing it, but you just got to slow it down and go through each play, go through each rep as if you're the guy taking it. Like when the starter's in there, you should be behind there, going through the plays, going through your calls, going through your reads, so that if something were to happen, you're ready and prepared to go. In this league, no one cares how you get the opportunity; they just care what you do with it, and you have to be prepared every single second to step into that role and execute and play like you're the starter. So that's always been my thought process, and it's yielded good results thus far. And whatever opportunities are placed in front of me, I know I'll be ready to take advantage of them.
And as a journeyman, I know there's your 9th NFL season. What would it mean to you to finally, this as your first Super Bowl win?
I think it would mean everything. Like just to see the progression we had as a team, starting early report in OTAs last year, and to see us come together over the last 10 months has been tremendous. We've grown together as a family on and off the field. Guys have stepped into unique roles each and every week to help us win, and we've done everything we could to prepare us for this situation. And now that it's right in front of us, we just got to go out and take it and make the most of it.
All right, Josh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Garrett, when you became a free agent and you were looking for places to sign, is this what you envisioned?
I mean, it's certainly what you hope for. Then it becomes a reality, and it's pretty surreal. The Lord's got different plans than I had for myself, that's for sure. I probably, in March, would have liked to have stayed in Minnesota, and this year's worked out pretty unbelievable.
Also, being from Minnesota, I know you did a lot of stuff in the community. You know, with 3M Open, we golfed there. Have you found some roots in New England and helping out with the community? I know you do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, we tried a little bit. Did some hospital visits and stuff like that. I think the Patriots Foundation does a great job of getting the players out in the community. I think that stems from the crafts up top. They certainly want their players to make an impact in the community, which is cool. This has been such a new year. I didn't, like in the OTAs, I was here for OTAs, flying back to my wife every weekend, and it was a little hectic versus like in Minnesota, I'm usually just there all summer, all spring. And so it was a lot of new, a lot of change, but we're starting to find our roots and really enjoying it.
And one last one for you. How much family you got coming to the game or out here right now?
Yeah, I've got 17 people coming to the game. Pretty special. My family, my wife's family, some high school friends, and then pretty cool, 2 teammates from Minnesota are going to be at the game supporting, which is pretty cool.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Garrett. Special teams often set the tone early. How important it is to get off a good start, either covering a kickoff or taking one back.
I think it's super important because that kind of, like you said, sets the tone for that first series on offense or defense at least. So if we're on kickoff return and we can get the ball past the 30, 35, 40, that juices our offense up. And when they're taking the field, and that's going to help them perform. Vice versa, if we're on kickoff and we can pin these guys inside the 25 or the 20-yard line, our defense is taking the field juice. So it's just us setting the table, setting the tone for our offense or defense. I think it's a huge responsibility that you carry when you're on the special teams units, and I think that's something we've done a really good job at all year.
And obviously both teams take pride in special teams. They have a really good return game. You guys cover really well. Do you guys look at that and say, I need to do this or do that?
Yeah, I mean, they have a really good, group of core guys, and their special teams coordinator does a really good job at scheming things up for them in the return game. So I think it's just being disciplined in our rules that we have, and we've done a good job at that pretty much all year on the kickoff team and kickoff return team. So it's just staying disciplined, staying within yourself, not trying to do somebody else's job. Just do your job to the best of your ability, and our technique and our fundamentals will take care of the rest.
And last one for you. With the new rules, do you like the new, because before you just kick it in the end zone? I mean, I know you like running down there, but does it feel a lot better just to know that, hey, 9 times out of 10 somebody's going to take one back and I've got a chance to make a tackle?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of miss the old kickoff rule because I could run super fast and kind of use my speed as an advantage, but I think the new kickoff rule is pretty dynamic, and I think guys are starting to figure it out. Coaches are starting to figure out what works, what doesn't work, and it's a copycat league, so you kind of see everything across the board looking somewhat the same. They put their own little spice on it, but it's a dynamic play, and I thought we've done a good job at adjusting to the new rules this year compared to last year, and it's just continuing to go out there and do what we've been doing all year.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey Christian, how you doing? You've had a lot of serious health injury over the last year and a half. What does it mean to finally play in the Super Bowl and after everything you've been through recently in the last year and a half or so?
Just here to focus on football, here to play, here to dominate. It's time to get going soon.
Keisha, what does it mean to you personally to be playing on the biggest stage here?
I'll say it means a lot. It's my first time being here. I'm 23 in my third year, so it's been great. Everything I experienced been cool. I wouldn't say it's been a lot, because not everybody get to experience it, but it's been a blessing. Yes, sir.
And with Patriots linebacker Jack Gibbons. Jack, I know you kind of stay off your phones during this week, but during this week, one of my colleagues, Dave Stevens, sat down with you, and it's going viral, your reaction of coming down to his level. Just what's your thoughts on the reaction it's getting? And I know covering you with the Gophers that that's just the kind of person you are. You respect everybody. You do that stuff. So what is your reaction to that? And what are your thoughts of all that?
Yeah, a little surprised by the reaction online. Honestly, I felt like I just want everyone to feel comfortable when they're doing their job, and it felt like the right thing to do to just go ahead and sit down and make him feel comfortable to be able to ask me questions and be able to communicate. So I think it was just trying to do right by him and make him feel comfortable for the interview for sure.
And your time in Minnesota, what do you most remember about that college atmosphere, the city, playing for PJ Fleck?
Yeah, it's I had a great year at Minnesota. Honestly, wish I had a little bit more time there, but I just remember loving that team. Loved Coach Fleck and his program, but just especially the guys in that locker room. I feel like I was able to form a really close bond with them in a short amount of time. And just guys that really cared about each other, played really hard for each other. We're all really bought in, chasing the same goal, and so it was a really fun season for sure.
Did you have a favorite place to go eat at when you were in Minneapolis?
Oh man, it's tough. Honestly, I ate most of my meals in the dining hall, but I'm trying to think back where we used to. I mean, definitely went to. What's the little diner down there in Dinkytown? For breakfast. I went there a bunch for breakfast. I can't remember the name of it though. Yeah, I feel bad because I want to shout my guy out, but yeah, definitely that little diner there in Dinkytown was cool.
Last one for you. How much family you got coming to the game? Or I mean, I'm sure everybody's watching, but did you have to shell out a lot of tickets?
Man, yeah, it's going to be a big group. Got my wife and my son coming, and then both our parents, her sister, and then I've got 4 siblings, and 3 of them are married, so it's going to be a pretty big group. And then my best friend from high school, he's coming out as well. So
I got one more for you. I was at that game. I covered the Vikings, and last year when you broke your leg. Coming from that, to being in the Super Bowl, recovering, the mentality that took to come back from that, just kind of talk about that.
Yeah, I was talking to my wife about this the other day. It's just pretty crazy thinking where we were a year ago, coming off a losing season, and I couldn't walk. I'm on crutches this time last year, and just to be where we are, just God's blessed me in so many ways, gave me so many opportunities through football, and just can't thank him enough for putting me in this place. An unbelievable opportunity to play in the Super Bowl, but also just very grateful to be a part of this team. Love these guys. The guys really care about each other, and it's just been a really special season, so very thankful.
Awesome. I appreciate you for your time. Thank you.
All right, it is now Thursday. Everybody's going to be in, the stars, the celebrities, the players, the Hall of Famers. So we'll continue to try to find all these guys, ask some great questions, give you great content, and let you know the inside scoop of what's going on at Super Bowl 60. Special thanks to our sponsors, iTattoo, Serendipity Yachts and Cruises, and of course, our good friends at Cali Strong. Watch these commercials, share what they do, buy their products, and of course, follow Dave Stevens Speaks on all social media platforms, and follow and like The Dave Stevens Show. We'll see you next time from Super Bowl 60.
Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events wants you to come party with us. We're bringing the fun to the Houston Bay Area. Stay tuned for all of our incredible events throughout the year, featuring amazing food and drinks, live entertainment, special guests, and so much more. Fun, new, different. Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events is where you want to be. So come party with us. It's more than a yacht. It's serendipity.
Hi again, everybody. Dave Stevens here for iTattoo. As Christopher Martin and I have traveled across the country, we've been talking to baseball players who have body art. Now, people think that body art can be shameful, but these guys have some amazing stories, some beautiful art designs on their arms, and we had a chance to talk to a few of them at the Baseball All-Star Game in Atlanta this year. Javi, you've got some great body art. Just tell me a little bit about what's behind some of these on your arm.
A lot of pain, honestly. I'll start here. This is just for my friend group. All of us have one. Or all of us, some of them are still trying to get it. This is one of my other favorite ones. It's just, 2 hands represent me and my brother.
It's for my family. Kind of goes my dad, mom, brother, and then my younger brothers. Against all odds, got this after I got drafted.
Talk about showcasing. You have got some great art on your arms, and I just wanted to know what those stories might be behind this side. This side, we got an awesome-looking owl over here and some
Love the outdoors, so got a big outdoor sleeve.
couple tattoos my dad has that I just recreated.
So there you have it, some of the stories behind the body art from these Major League Baseball players and the future stars. So for more information about iTattoo, please check us out at our website or reach out to Nathan and Christopher.